Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect to Facebook. We'll be getting started momentarily. And we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody, welcome to the Strategic Swing Trader. I am Sami Abusad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna do what we always do, which is take a look at some swing ideas, go over the market, and see what we can find for next week. Before I start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and I can't talk, and that today's video is for educational purposes only. If you'd like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description below the video. Okay, so make sure to agree to the disclaimer. Make sure to download that ebook if you haven't done so, and if you have any questions to us, reach out by email and customer service info@t3live.com. And last but not least, if you find benefit in today's video, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button. Okay, thanks so much. Let's go ahead and get started. So the market is starting to free fall a little bit. I feel starting to accelerate a little bit, but it's not there yet, meaning we haven't really accelerated much. Just connect. You look at the distance between price, and really we need to look at the close, right? The distance between price and the 20 MA. So we're starting to get a little bit extended, and if we accelerate, if we print a couple more red bars in a row, then we can start to look for a bounce. We get a couple more big red bars like this, then we'll be really extended or oversold. Then we can talk about a potential bounce. But for now, the market remains all out bearish. Now, I wasn't planning on doing this, but let's go ahead and do it real quick. I'll show you how we bottomed. I'll just add more days to my charts. I'll show you how we bottomed in 2018 when the Fed started raising interest rates. That was in 2018, the day before Christmas. You see it? So this is what I'm talking about. If we start to get a lot of red bars and we start to become really extended or oversold, look at the distance between price and the moving average, the 20-period moving average, then you can look for a bounce. Now, in the case of 2018, there was no systematic issue in the system, in the economy at all, and so that turned out to be the bottom. So that was it. That was actually the bottom. Okay. So now any kind of a bounce should be playable short. Any kind of a bounce wouldn't be a long-term bottom, but it still can be played and taken advantage of. So that's what I'm going to be on the lookout for. But barring an oversold environment, I'm going to continue to be bearish. All right. The SPY is the same, maybe even a little bit more extended. IWM is the least extended because it based last week, even though it's far from the 20, but it spent the whole week basing. Okay, so the market bearish, and look for any kind of signs of acceleration to play long. Now onto the list here. Finally, let's take a look at the list for next week. Now we got ALLK. Wow, this thing is bullish. Been uptrending for months. The whole year has been uptrending. Heck, it bottomed in June of last year. 250 or so, it looks like. And it's at $6. And it still looks higher. I don't see why it's not higher. It looks higher still. Now, we have to figure out a way to play it, because it seems like every time it moves away from the 20, it comes back down. So we need, I need to find a way to play it at or near the 20, not above it. Otherwise, can be played as a breakout. But I'm noticing that every time it moves away from the 20, it gets pulled back down to it. So I ought to look for a play at the 20. So, but it's a good watch for next week. Apples or APLS at all-time high. Maybe not all-time. Let's double check. It is at all-time high. Very, very bullish. The pattern on the daily chart is a bit wide and sloppy. We like them narrow and tight. So if it can tighten up a little bit, I will look to play it long. APLS. BTU, pretty bullish. Look at the BTU. Here's the monthly. Wow. So bullish. That's coal. Daily has kind of a 1, 2, 3, I think, sort of here. 1, 2, 3 that triggered on Friday but didn't go anywhere. So tomorrow, if we take out 25.35, it would be higher. But since there's resistance above and there isn't a really tight pattern, I'm gonna let it go for now. But it's a good watch for the rest of the week, but not for tomorrow. HOLO, HOLO, looks higher over the base, over the double top, stop under the green bar. It kind of looks good. I know it's weak, but it's at $2, $2.50, $2.11. Could it bounce to just over here, $3.50? I think so, easily. I think it could easily bounce up there, get up there. The IMVT, hourly base breakout, so over the base long, stop under it. It's also a 1, 2, 3 on the daily. It's right off that curling 20 MA on the daily chart. So it's not too bad. Long, target 1 would be 650. Target 2, TBD, to be determined. Probably $9 or so at the start of the year. So pretty bullish as well. MLCO is the most bullish casino stock that I know of. Now LVS is bullish too, and you know the rest of them are bullish, but that's not, you know, I'm not gonna, it's bullish, it's in an uptrend, but I don't see an entry at all. I don't see a pattern. Whereas the MLCO, I do see that nice rounding base on the hourly chart, so long over that topping tail, stop down here, and it looks pretty good on the daily to get up to $10 or so. The only issue is I don't think the market has bottomed yet, so you know it's gonna be hard to play anything long term, more than just a swing for a few days. MNMD had a mega gap down and then a base breakout. I often play these big gap downs long, even as day trades. I played the SUNL just Friday, played it long. Thursday we day traded it. It was amazing. Friday, Thursday evening, I bought 5,000 shares at the close, and then you know it did pretty well on Friday. So I often look to play the big gap downs long, and so the MNMD had a big gap down and now has a pretty base breakout over the base. Stop right here and target, plenty of room, $5 minimum $5. And then last but not least is the VRTX, which isn't ready, but I wanted to share it with you anyway because I think it can be ready in a day or two, and I only do these videos once a week. Over the double top, stop under the base, long-term play. It's at all-time high, pretty much at all-time high. So look at the weekly, yep, all-time high. So amazing stuff, amazing bullishness there. All right, so that's the bullish list. Here's the bearish list, and I have more items that I'm looking to do tomorrow from the bearish list than I do from the bullish list. Here's the bear stuff. Airbnb is a daily sell setup, so short under 104.73, stop 111.13, and then let's open up the daily chart to see what the target is. Target is gonna be around $90 or so. Okay, on the ABNB. Adobe is a weekly 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit extended on the daily chart, but I don't mind it so much when the extension is due to a gap. When it's far from the 20 because of a gap down, that's okay. If it's far from the 20 because it accelerated, dropped really hard, you know, if there wasn't a gap, then it would be a problem. But at any rate, if we look at the weekly chart, it's got a weekly 1, 2, 3. It triggered already, but I don't think it's too late to jump in on it. Entry would be under the lows, stop would be over here. Okay, BZ is a 1, 2, 3. A BZ short under 1684, stop over 1754. 1, 2, 3. IOVA is a base breakdown on the daily chart. Let's check on the weekly. Weekly looks pretty good to come all the way back down to the lows here. So weekly good, short, stop. I like it. Now what's the entry? The entry should be around 950. Stop over 1037. And target, I wouldn't aim for the lows exactly, but maybe around $7. That would be nice. KMX is a was an amazing gap on Thursday. I got busy with the SUNL on Thursday at the open. So this was a home run for me on Thursday. So I didn't get to the KMX, even though it was on my favorites as a short. It was the best gap down. I also did the RAD swing short on Wednesday. So I held it through Thursday as an earnings play. That was pretty nice. Also nearly a tier 1 or an A-rated gap. At any rate, on the KMX has a beautiful 123. Short under 63.60, stop over 67.66. This one I like a lot. Reminds me of Ford, which got to target yesterday. On Friday. The 123 was gorgeous. RKLB, but that one got to target. Actually, looks pretty good short again. Got to target 2 days, right away. So the initial drop and then the next day was already at target. Looks good too. On the RKLB. So KMX 123. KOS daily sell setup short under 508, stop over 542. Target about 460. Not a lot of room. ORC is a 123, but really extended. Short under 1028, stop over 1055. And target, this thing has room to $8. I'm not saying it will get to $8 right away, but it actually has room to $8. I believe we're already below the support. We're well below that pivot. So now in free fall mode, on these, I think it's got to be a mortgage REIT or just something to do with real estate. Peloton 123, PTON 123. So short under 682, stop over 730. Remember when Peloton was over $100? I think. Yeah, it was $170. $170. It's at $6, $7. There's a lot of stocks that when you look at it's just shocking. Redfin. There's so many of them. Look at Redfin from $100, $6. Look at Carvana from $350, I think, to $20. There's just so many of them. Coin, Hood. Then I'm surprised the market is only down 33%, I think, on the Qs. I'm surprised. And the SPY, I think, is only like 25%. Because there's just so many. Look at Zillow. These are big companies. They're not like, they're not Apple, they're not Tesla, but they're still decent sized companies, and they're down so much. So many of them. Look at Roku. Look at Shop. Very high, very reputable company. Look at Shop. Look at Roku. Look at Zoom video. Look at the vaccine companies. Moderna. Down from 500 to 100. So it makes you, feel like, how come the market is only down 30, 40, not nowhere near 40, 30%? It's because it's mostly the big names that account for, that make up most of the market. Anyways, real looks lower. Base breakdown on the hourly chart looks good. Short under the base, which is, I think, is $1.47. $1.47. Stop over $1.70, and then no target. It's at all-time low. SJ is the daily sell setup, but it's a little bit tough because it went climactic. We don't usually do the first sell setup. This is the first sell setup after a climactic bounce back up. So, but it's got a nice hourly base breakdown. Short, stop, okay, and target. So this one I'll be passing on. But there's a lot of good ideas. There's a lot of good short ideas. I have a bunch of open positions already, but I'm still looking to add a few more shorts. All right. Okay, everybody. Sorry, this was a little bit longer than expected, but I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you have, be sure to hit the like button. That helps support our channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Reach out if you have any questions. We're here for you. info@t3live.com. And I wish you all the best. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and good luck with your trading next week. Take care, everybody. Ciao.